So I want to make this very clear before I continue on with this video. For my 9 to 5 people out there, this is no disrespect to you. You do whatever it is that makes you happy. That's all I'm going to say about that. You feel what I'm saying? So don't come after me in the comments because of my views and what I feel. You continue on with your life. If you don't like what I'm saying, simply get off the video. Simple as that. I'm only talking to the ones that get it and understand. So, without further ado, let's go. So, I wanted to come on here to make another video because everyone, even including myself, right, that has partaken into this, has followed what the powers that be out here want you to do. Is that they want you to obey, meaning that they don't want you to have a different outlook on life. They don't want you trying to find a way to be self-sufficient. They don't want you to build a community. They want you to heavily rely on them. I need you guys to understand that. They need us to rely on them. And so once you start pulling away from that, they're not going to like it. Yeah, it's unconventional. Yeah, it's not the traditional way of the way people have used to live, right? Or still living, right? But look at the times that we're in. I mean, just take a look around you. Like, there's nothing that's going to get any better. It's going to get worse. And so all this fighting and bickering and going back and forth, talking about who's better than who, that's what they want. They don't want us building community. They don't want us looking out for each other. They want us unaliving each other. And people need to understand that this is the only way that things are going to be shaken up. Things are going to be looked at differently. And for us, meaning you and I, that think differently, other than the traditional way, we need to find a way to come together, right? And that's why we have this platform. I mean, that's why, yeah, all of us have this platform, right? For you watching me while I'm making this video and to compile ideas in your mind, right? And pass it off to the next person, and we can all get together and figure out this thing, right? This is not going to be an easy fix overnight. This is going to be something that we're going to have to collectively get together, whether it be on here talking, and if we can be able to meet each other at some point, we can be able to do that, right? But we have to be able to start from somewhere, right? I don't want you guys out here feeling like you have to rely on these people, man, because they're not living the lives that we're living. They're not doing what we're doing. I'm serious, y'all. They're not doing what we're doing. And the more people stay dumbed down, the more they're going to keep pushing this movement that they've been pushing for multiple generations, man. And it has to start from somewhere. It has to start from somewhere. You know, listen, I'm on this platform doing what I'm doing, right? Which is something that I done had so many people leaving me comments saying that I'm criticizing some people because they want to work and I don't want to work, and I'm not contributing to society like everyone else. And if I don't, they're gonna find a way to cash me out some kind of way and make me look bad. And I'm simply not fazed by that because, again, this needs to be said. This needs to be brought up, right? And although I'm not doing what everybody else is doing, this is freeing. This is very freeing. Because at the end of the day, after I'm done making my videos, I can continue on with my day, regardless of whatever it is that's going on with me in whatever I'm doing. And see, the thing is with people is that when you speak some truth to them, something that they haven't even used their brain to even figure out, they always have a rebuttal. They always have something to say. They always try to tell you, to preach to you and tell you something different. Stopping your show, knocking you off your square, and telling you that you don't supposed to be thinking like this. You out of your mind. You done lost it. You got some crazy mental issues. You know, it shocks me, man, that people has come down to this, man. I mean, it does, but it doesn't, right? Because again, all of us has been under this. All of us. And a lot of folks, little by little, they are snapping out of it. They start saying to themselves, man, something ain't right about this. And like I said in my previous videos that I've stated, I probably used this line or two, but I'm going to use it again. They are pricing people out, man. And when you really think about this, and you think deep down, deep down into your soul, you have to ask yourself, does that even really feel real about them pricing me out? I'm a human being. Why are they thinking this way? I mean, why? First of all, why am I thinking this way? Why do I feel like I'm a price tag that I need to be bought? Because that's how they treat all of us, like that we can be bought, and we've given in. We've given in because again, if these things are not in place, people feel like they are not themselves because they have been taught this from day one, man. And so when you question something like this, they don't like it. They can't stand that shit, man. It bugs them because it's like, damn, there's another one I can't keep up under the wing. I can't keep going because again, we're not looking to uplift anybody's lives. We're looking to suck the soul out of these people because we care about money. We don't care about nothing else, about anything that anyone else do on this planet, as long as we pushing our agenda to keep doing what they're doing. And see, me, I'm not afraid, man. Because think about it. When you conform and you do the things they want you to do, that's already being afraid, whether you want to know it or not. When you get up every day to go clock in somewhere, to know for a fact when you're out there working your ass off, busting your tail, and you get rewarded with a certain particular amount of money. But because you traded that time in, you can't get it back. That day is gone. And you circle around to doing it all over again. And again, and again, the repetitive cycle keeps happening. Because that part of your brain isn't cut on. It's not cut on at all because they don't want that part to get cut on. Because once it's cut on, everything gonna get cut the fuck off. Everything. Because they feel like because you understand, you fully know what's going on. All the bullshit that's been fed to you, you know what's really going on. So you're like, damn, I've been doing this all this time. And I'm out here amongst this beautiful world out here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have no relationship amongst the people. I'm pulled away from any and everyone because I'm in here in this damn box. So when I get off, I get to enjoy myself somewhat, right? Which is go to a bar, go get some herbal plants, and do the things that you do. You guys know what I'm talking about. They feel like that's rewarding because you're so tired. You feel like, man, I deserve this, man. I deserve everything I'm doing because I'm busting my ass. And because I'm busting my ass, man, I'm deserving of this shit, man. You know, although you tired, you burnt out, you so burnt out, right? and you know it in your mind, in the back of your mind, but you know that something's wrong with that, although you're tired, you're super duper tired, right? But you're saying to yourself, man, I'm tired of this shit. I'm so tired, right? But I got to keep going because I gotta make a living, you know. I got to be able to pay my bills. I got to be able to do this and do that because this is part of, you know, what they want me to do. Because again, this is how life is. I say this though, I got to give it to the people behind the scenes for out here pricing these properties and everything else, and to really put these different work hour weeks together and saying how many hours you got to put in a single day, up until the 5-day work week, and you just do it. You do it because that's what you think is normal, right? And you have these 2 days off, which that shit ain't really 2 days off to me. It's really not 2 days off. It's 2 days to get everything back in order before you can go back to the plantation again. You're not really enjoying yourself. Like, for the majority of the people who out here who work a lot, you pay for a space. You don't get to enjoy it for real. You go there to sleep, eat your little food, right? You don't get to lounge around. You have a series of tasks that you do. The moment you get off on Friday, you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this on Saturday. You know, get as much as I can done, get done on Saturday, right? And then I have somewhat of a Sunday to chill, right? Somewhat, right? But then again, I gotta get my work week together, right? So I gotta put on all my clothes, iron them, you know, spray them down or whatever, and you get ready for the work weeks. And everything that you wanted to get done, because of course you can't get everything done in a 24-hour day period. You need more than 24 hours. That means you need the majority of the week to take care of the things you need to take care of. But you sacrifice that time to take care of the things you need to take care of, to be at this place of business, to clock in. You know, just think about it, y'all. Like, you're coming from a person that done that, right? The last job I just had, right? I got let go of on my birthday, right? I was the top everything in that job. I clocked in. I was always on time. I was even on time before. It was people who had vehicles, because I used to have a vehicle, but I lost my vehicle, right? It was people that had vehicles that wasn't even on time more than me. And I was using a high-powered electric scooter. And see, those people that hasn't been there on time, they didn't want to get up and go to work, right? But they pulled themselves up, they dragged themselves to work, right? And so I was doing everything, you know, being on time, going over and beyond for the company, even the days I wanted to take off, you know, because I was working literally 6 days a week, because we had mandatory overtime on Saturdays. And when they asked me did I want to take it, right, I said, yeah, I'm gonna take it, right? Because again, like, what I'm gonna do at home? Me saying this, what I'm gonna do at home, right? Besides enjoying myself, like, what I'm gonna do at home? I'm going to do nothing, right? So let me go ahead and contribute and do this, something that's really meaningful, right? To earn me a paycheck, and I'll be satisfied. That's what I was saying to myself over and over again, right? So I would work 6 days a week, 10-hour shifts, and I would be burnt the hell out, man. I'd be burnt the hell out, because I felt like that was the way to live, right? And my checks weren't even that big, man. I was making $17 an hour. I had to basically work that many hours to get a decent paycheck. And even then, it wasn't enough. So I kept saying to myself, something's off, man. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. But again, right, because I was doing the chasing. I even thought about picking up a second job, you know, to equate to what I'm missing on this first job, right? Like, I need to make more money, just make more money. So I gotta bring in this low amount of money over here and compensate it with another part-time job or something to combine together to live. And all along, I wasn't realizing right? Because like I said, I always thought that something was off, but I just kept saying to myself that, why am I sacrificing so much time that I can't get back? And then at the end of the day, it doesn't add up. And so I just kept thinking about that. I'm like, damn, man, I'm so tired, man. My feet hurt because at my job, we it wasn't a sit down job, because I worked in a lot of warehouses, and I stood up. We stood up for 10 hours a day, not 10 hours a day, almost 10 hours a day. But think about it. I had two 15s and a 30-minute lunch. Right? So you say that, hour taken away out of 10 hours. I was up on my feet 9 hours. And what did I have to show for it? Because I did everything I needed to do within the company, right? To show the company that I was worth something, and then they let me down, right? And so in my mind, I feel like, well, hey, there wasn't value in my worth, right? So I go to another job to feel like that I'm gonna do the same thing to prove to that company, knowing for a fact that these people don't give a damn about me, because I need to do something for myself. And all this time is just that, it was just getting to me, and I'm like, damn, man, this ain't life. This ain't how things supposed to be. I heard somebody in the comments before saying, about, get something that doesn't feel like a job, and then you enjoy yourself, right? It doesn't feel like a job. And although I understand that, some definite truth to that. Hold on a minute. Sorry about that. That was my nephew, y'all. So yeah, back to what the gentleman was saying, like, what if it's a job that you love and you don't think it's a job? There has some truth to that, right? But at the same time, you're doing something that you love. You're still trading in time, right? And you're missing the time out that you could be doing something else outside of being inside of an area that you don't need to be in, because your family is the most important, and you doing things that make them happy, right? Not being away from them, because when you be away from them, you take away the time from them, and the kids automatically suffer, right? Because they feel like, yeah, my dad's at work or my mom's at work, and so they all that the kid got all that time at home to be doing whatever it is they're doing. And you don't get that time back. So, again, I don't want to be able to sacrifice my time for being at some type of company to value my time in there, to give it to them that I can't get back, which I could be doing like I'm doing now, and still be around, the people I love, even though there's issues. I'd rather do that than being at some place clocking in and listening to what they're saying. Listening to your boss direct you to do every damn thing, even though it's the damn way you should be doing what you're doing, but he's directing you. And so before you fear you losing your job, you go, yes, sir. All right, sir, I'll be over here. And you go do what you need to do. And then the moment you make a mistake, your job is at risk. And you can get fired. Because that's what most people do. They go to that job and they do what they need to do, and they have a boss up under that they have to be up under, and they always have to run that risk of getting let go. Not as opposed to you doing what you want to do and do what it is that you need to do, and you can never fire yourself. You don't have to listen to what nobody's telling you. You make the hours. You do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And again, mind you, it's some people who work from home and do things like that, right? But they still have to clock into a company, because therefore it's a company. It isn't what they want. It isn't what you want to do. It's at a company. And so you run the risk on losing your job if you're not there at that computer screen. And see, that those things I have a problem with, because again, that doesn't give me freedom. Doing whatever it is that I'm doing right now gives me the most freedom. And it bugs the hell out of people, man. Maybe it's because they can't do it. I don't know. And I root for everybody. I do. But when I root for somebody else to do what they need to do to make them happy, They slandered me. Why? I don't get it. Why slander me? You think obeying, you think being under somebody else's wing and listening to what they have to say and obeying them is best for you? Hey, if you think so, hey, what can I say? There's nothing I can really say, right? This is for people who want to open up their minds to understand how this whole thing works. They want you obedient, you guys. They don't want y'all to be free, man. And we all should be free out here, man. We all should be doing whatever it is that we want to do to make us happy, period. And that's not being in a building, clocking in somewhere. I know that much. And again, I'm going to say it again. It's not knocking anybody who want to do the 9 to 5, or the 8 to 5, or the 12 hours, or the 14 hours, right? You do what it is that you need to do to make you happy, right? On that front. But for my people on this side, right, that understand things like I do and think the way I do, ask yourself, really, really ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth trading the precious time that you can't get back to make a few bucks? You gotta make the money. You gotta make the money work for you, man. Not you working for it. Because that whole working hard thing is a damn myth, man. And everybody, whoever sit there and tell you that, they're Looney Tunes. Because in the end, when you get older, your body's gonna tell you. All that sacrificing that you're doing, and not living along the way, and not having the freedom that you need to have, your body gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you something. My body tells me every day when I'm in pain. And even we'll be getting ready to go to this doctor's coming up. My body tells me every day, even though the outer layer, you can't see it, right? The inside hurts to me putting that time in. And I'm thinking that's time well spent. And to be honest with you, it was time wasted that I can never, ever, 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 ever in life get back. And for that, I'm pissed off. And so, again, this is my time to live for me, man, the rest of my life. I'm not going to die doing something for somebody else and making them happy. It's about me and me building my community and me helping other folks. That's what it's all about, man. That's what this life is all about. My daughter's going to be taken care of, period, no matter what, right? Because I'm going to have the things that I need for her, right? I'm going to let her know about how this life is, right? Because, again, if I'd have known, it was already the way it was back then, right, when she was born, but if I'd have known it was going to be at these times, and I could have talked to her while she was a baby, and she picked it all up, I would have told her, man. Because I felt like her being born on this earth kind of messed a lot of things up, right? Because she has to be subjected to what's out here, right? And nothing's being done about it because people are scared. And people are crashing out. And people are going to act a fool based on this economy and based on how things are going to be. And it's continually going to be within the next year or 5 years from now. Because things are just going like this, man. Down, 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 like an airplane. And my thing is, I don't want to go down with it. I want to be able to just find some kind of way to get out of this, man. It really bugs me to death, man. Because I can see it, man. I can see it. I never had my mind closed off. I never have. And that's why I think that I am where I am. the way I am today is because I see right through it, man. Yeah. Hopefully one day we get it together. Only if you're willing, right? If you're willing to make a change. Get out your feelings. You know what I'm saying? And just think about it, man. Sit with yourself and think about this, y'all. Think about the things that we've been doing all our lives, man. The community is gone, man, because people are all for themselves. They're not for other people anymore, man. That shit is trash. You know, having a community, man, really uplifts you as a human being. If people sit up here telling you any different, that bringing them down and shit like that, that's not, man, them are NPCs, man. Straight NPCs. You know what I'm saying? And listen, we all has to change, man. You know, I want to be able to leave this earth knowing for a fact that I've seen some type of change, some kind of way, man. Because this system, man, is a big ass strong has a big ass stronghold on people, man. Lives. It's been multiple lives that has been lost based on this system, how it's been put in place, man. It's extremely sad. Extremely, extremely, extremely sad. But for those of you out there, the people that are with me in this, you know, the people that rock with me, that we've been having discussions about this, man, because we're going to get that Zoom call together. We're going to get that Zoom call and multiple Zoom calls together, man. Something's going to happen, y'all. Something's going to happen. We just need to build it up, you know, and I believe we can't move forward unless we get those, you know, we get those collective people, man, you know, because the low amount of people that's trying to make some traction, make some movement, it ain't gonna happen, man, because it's a small group of people like this, a small little box of people, man, like that. I mean, not small box, but small circle of people like that, and they ain't gonna get it done, you know. So that's it, y'all. That's all I got. Please like the video. Please share it. Cut on the push notification so you won't ever miss a video whenever I drop it. And with that being said, again, like I made in the video earlier, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. And until the next video, I'm gone.